I'm a bard now. Okay, let's move on.
Alrighty. So, what are you doing?
Get it. Remind me what happened when we left off.
Hello, this is Lieutenant Chris Grieves. The following is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Names, characters, businesses, places, and incidents are either products of the Dungeon Master's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblances to any actual persons living or dead are classified and purely coincidental. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. You might be wondering how we got here.
There's a giant marshmallow creature that came out of the dragon's dead body and is now rampaging in suburban Chicago.
I want you to stay out of PETA's line of work. Do you understand?
Oh, don't you worry. The people I help get nothing from you guys.
Outlander manipulation, an outlandish creation doing that. And so that kind of makes sense with the kind of giant marshmallow man guy bursting through the portal. But something is still off with that. Fine, then, Julie, I'm the Phoenix. I should have been there to take that thing down.
That can mean whatever you want it to mean. You can live your life how you want to now. I'm telling you, I know another nuke. He just needs training.
At first, they seem like just regular PETA people. But actually, through a couple of encounters you actually see that they're using, like, robots?
How Nelson are they?
Does say N31-5N. Ladies and gentlemen of the Paranormal Investigations and Defense Agency, please let me help welcome to the stage, Melon Rusk. You begin hotboxing your basement. Mr. Roosevelt, that was a beautiful shot.
Damn it, you son of a bitch! I was just about to say, am I Teddy Roosevelt? I am gonna go for more hunting gigs.
And one day in October, something in your mind clicks, and it has you very worried. What about the wild hunt? Wild hunt.
Yeah. Right. History check? Arcana check? I need to know, where do they normally appear?
Is that that's your question? Where do they normally appear?
Yeah, like what's their usual MO?
Okay, make a history check for me.
10.
10. In Phaeton?
Cool. I don't remember anything from the last time I encountered them.
I mean, you remember what happened the last time you encountered him. You remember that you... Oh, are you saying you, Tyler, don't remember? Or are you saying Wes doesn't remember?
I mean, I remember.
Okay.
You know, they were hunting the changelings. I remember.
Yes. Just seemed like a pack of these crazed Phaetonians where... I mean, it happened in Phaeton. You don't know if it necessarily will happen on Gaia or Terra.
Right,
now, but
right.
Earth.
And it'd be pretty convenient if it happened in Chicago. It seems like everything's happening here lately. It's a pretty hot town.
I mean, it's the third biggest in the United States.
Sure. Just seems like in most things, big things don't happen in Chicago. They go to New York or Washington, D.C. or L.A.
Things have been happening across the country. We just haven't been covering it. Or across the world, rather.
Okay, good. Did they fight a Godzilla in New York? I hope so.
No. North Korea's gone.
It was Mothra. Oh,
Hasn't really been
good
making
question
headlines.
mark?
There were people there, and they have gone radio silent.
Yeah. No, do we still have satellites? Is that something that we've covered? Do satellites still work?
You would have to act.
Is this something you've thought of?
Your tech is too low. Yes, it is.
Okay. Shit, then. I guess just... Do I have any magical contacts that would know anything about the Wild Hunt? Do I have any Fae? Do I know any Fae?
I mean, you do know Fae. I will tell you that. You know plenty of Fae.
Well, Fae that if I get in contact with, I'm not going to have to, sell my soul or deal with Sildor.
You do know Llama.
I thought Llama was just an elf.
Yeah, elves are Fae.
No, elves are elves. Fae is different. Okay, in your role, they gets to the same thing. Okay, never mind.
No, I mean, elves are Fae. But yes, in my world, all Phaetonians are.
Okay, yeah, I'll call Llama, actually. That's not a bad idea.
Your Sonafar Speeds attempts to connect with llamas. It takes a couple of goes. For some reason, like, either Llama is just busy or it's not going through. But eventually you do get through to Llama, and you hear kind of a sigh and goes, "Oh, Wesley, how have you been?"
Doing all right. Llama, sorry if this is a bad time, I guess.
It's
but
just
I just
a very
remembered
busy time.
Yeah, so October normally means the Wild Hunt, right? Are you guys on that?
Oh, yes. It's one of our agenda pieces. We aren't quite sure whether or not the Wild Hunt will be effective here. Normally it has to do with the multiple moons coming into succession, which necessarily aren't here, so it is something we are considering. Do you have questions? Sorry, I don't mean to be...
Tyler, have questions. Is there still just the one moon?
No.
Got it. So there
two
are
moons,
multiple
two
moons
suns.
now.
Yep. 2 moons, 2 suns.
Got it. And there were more moons in Phaeton, though, that aligned.
They were like 8 moons, I think I said.
Okay, they aligned on All Hallows Eve or whatever, and the Wild Hunt got called out or whatever.
And that's what made the big blood moon.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was just making sure. I figured somebody was on it. Sorry to bother you. I assume you're busy.
Yes, I don't mean to cut your time short. If there's anything you need, though, if you are looking into this...
Oh, are you in a private location?
You hear him kind of do something. He goes,
I am now, yes.
A few months back, I asked you if you had any word on where my mother might be. Have you heard anything or picked up anything?
You hear him contemplate for a second. He goes,
I have not heard anything specifically, although I have heard that there have been a number of high-profile captures as of late through the PETA organization. Perhaps it is something you might want to inquire with them.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you, Wesley.
hey, the stone of our speech disconnects, and what are you trying to do?
Oh, boy. Moon research? I don't know. Is there an observatory? I don't know. An arcane observatory? Is that a thing that exists? I don't know.
I would say there's an observatory aspect to Michael's manor, just because, stars probably have something to do with magic. I don't know. But yes, I will say that you have a telescope at the very least.
Yeah, I'm gonna find some books on the Wild Hunt and just, I'm gonna study the new moons. I'm gonna do some magical calculations, do some magic math to be like, are these 2 moons powerful enough to, if they come in a line, to bring the Wild Hunt through?
All right. Go ahead and make an Arcana check with your expertise. Boom.
Get in there, get real stanky with it. Well, I rolled a 2 plus 8, 10.
Oh, God.
So,
it's just
not great.
Wes wasn't great at physics, especially astrophysics.
Yeah.
It's moon, and it's another moon. like none of it makes
It's
sense
like
to
magic.
you.
It's like math on top of magic. and, like,
Exactly. This is
I
just
could do the
way
magic
beyond
part,
your
but I can't get the magic. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I
just
don't.
way beyond
I'm
your
like, I
forte.
don't remember. Oh man, I don't remember trig.
Yeah, there's
Sine,
trig
cosine,
involved, there's
tangent.
calculus, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you're just not prepared to do. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for the Wild Hunt specifically.
18.
18. You do find a few scattered books in Michael's collection on the Wild Hunt, specifically about like the feeling and the spirit of the Wild Hunt. There are some theories as to why it happens, but no one's quite sure, other than the moon has something to do with it, probably. That's really all that you find, and that the feeling of the hunt can be dispelled, which makes it that they theorize that it's some sort of arcane something.
Yeah, arcane enchantment of some kind.
Yes.
Okay, well that's good to know. I'm just gonna keep my ear to the ground as things get closer. See if
rolled
anybody's
an 18?
experiencing any fits of
You also, okay, that is fair. There is also another thing that you pick up. This is a little bit more scattered, and this is just something you're theorizing. The strongest center of the Wild Hunt was actually right outside of the northern side of the Fey Kingdom, across from the Lay of Enchantment.
Okay, got it.
So
The current Fey Kingdom is hovering over Europe, though, right now, yes?
it would seem, yes.
Okay, well,
Hanging
I
gardens
see that and
all.
I go, well, sounds like it's not my problem. Good luck, Europe.
All right.
When they
Sure.
show up and when they inevitably, that's what Wes thinks, but Tyler knows when they inevitably show up in Chicago.
All right, go ahead and bring Jesse in for me. Jesse.
Hi.
Okay. So, Julie, you have been kind of going through we're in October now. That's like,
Oh, you missed
We're
my
the month.
birthday.
yeah. I guess we could roleplay that. Did you do anything special for your birthday? Amber did something special for your birthday, but
No, usually
That's when you get off of
anything
work.
for her birthday.
okay. When you get home, Amber has thrown together a little group of a surprise for you. You actually noticed, it didn't necessarily click with you before, but you noticed that Alice had left early from work, and so did Gus. And you actually see also at this kind of gathering Amber put together, ex-Sergeant Thomas Curtis, who is now a lieutenant at another division, the one that got injured during the fight that you guys had. He is also there, a long friend, and you guys have like a nice, just a quaint get together with your work companions, Amber, and just a fun little hang sesh.
Yay.
That's what you did for your birthday. We are in
you.
October now, and you are working at your desk, your new captain's desk. You have your own office space right now, and Lieutenant Chris Greaves, comes up to you. Previously your second lieutenant, now just your lieutenant, and he hands you a file, and he goes, "Captain."
Thank you.
As you begin thumbing through it, he goes, "My transfer papers. I will be leaving the PETA division here in Chicago, and I will be moving up to captain rank in Boston."
Do I need to sign off or?
Yes, right at the end there. And you flip through, and there is a place for
I
your
read
signature.
it. What's it say?
Recommendations and allowances for the transfer of First Lieutenant Chris Greaves to be transferred to the...
It says recommendation for.
Recommendation and acceptance for. The recommendation part is signed by General Milo. The acceptance is essentially, it's like allowing someone to resign while being transferred, essentially. So you just have to sign off on it.
Okay, I'll sign off.
You sign off. The transfer says he's being sent to the maximum security facility in Boston. And he says, "Thank you. I enjoyed our time working together, as tenuous as it might have been. And thank you for everything you've done."
Julie's not going to say anything. She's going to go back to her work.
He kind of gives you a sigh. And I need to write something down. And he walks out. That's very good. That is very, very good. All right. So you continue your day. And is there anything else you wanted to kind of look into?
How's the beta testing been going?
Surprisingly well. Some people are kind of freaked out by the whole robot patrolling the streets thing, but the way they're dressed, they look like regular PETA soldiers. And they kind of respond with, very metallic, very robotic voices whenever spoken to, with like pre-programmed responses, obviously. Very rudimentary droids from Star Wars-esque. There's a notice that goes out that says a few high-level security threats have been captured. Some being sent to Boston, some being sent to Miami, some being sent to various...
names I recognize?
None are named. Just that there were some captures, kind of as an update. If you want to cross-reference some of the names on the priority lists, you could definitely try to figure that out.
Yeah. Do you want a tech check there?
Yes, please. Make me a Google check, if you don't mind.
It's a 9.
9. You haven't been keeping updated, really, with the, top-tier lists. Are you looking for anyone specific?
No.
Okay. You don't really find anyone then. You haven't really been keeping track, and things have been shifting, and some people have rose in the ranks, some people have fallen. You do notice, I told Tyler this because it was important to him, but it's important to you too. Some factions, some like underground factions have been forming in Chicago. What you know of, there are the Scales, the Cloaked, the Church, the Bones, and that's it.
Oh my god. Hold on. Scales, the Cloaked, the Scales, the Cloaked.
The Church and the Bones.
The Church.
You can put together just because
bones.
of how you're working. The Church is the Church of Zeitur. And yes, by Bones,
and Bones
Bradley.
Is the Bones family.
The Bones family, yes. Not Bradley, specifically. Okay. The person of interest is not Bradley Bones, actually.
And has Amber. She's still having like a midlife crisis at the ripe old age of 20, whatever.
I'll let you decide. Because I think this is more central to your story. I mean, it's part of hers as well, but I think you would have some input on this, or you could choose not to have input on this, and then I'll just kind of roll for it. But do you think Amber goes to work for the United Nations?
Yeah, I think she would.
Okay. She has begun working at the United Nations then, working in their ranks and whatnot.
So is she no longer in Chicago area?
No, she is. She commutes.
She teleports?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. I forgot we could do that. Can I just remind everyone on the first bit when we were going to France to scope out the Louvre, I was like, okay, let's go to the airport, get on the plane. And you're like, you walk through the teleporter. I'm like, we what now?
Exactly. Yeah, she is still staying in Chicago, although she has been commuting to and from New York. Is there anything else you want to do? Or I'll switch to Olivia.
Nope.
All right, switch to Olivia. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so what are you doing after this revelation?
Hunter's job.
Okay, yes. Let me pull that up for you. Oh, this one's going to be a little hard for you, but we'll see. There have been some issues in a neighboring Chicago suburb with they're doing an excavation site, and tools like whole cranes and whole excavators have gone missing.
Huh. Heavy machinery.
Yes, like whole cranes, and I forget what the thing pushes, and excavators, all of it. Bulldozers.
Yeah. What are they building?
They are building
what are they digging for?
They're digging for a development property. Think like one of those malls that has like multiple areas in it.
Okay. I am going to stay overnight and watch the equipment, see if anything else goes missing.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please.
Nice. 15.
15. Yeah, so you are watching overnight on this development property. It's like a half a mile long development property because of like they're essentially trying to make a strip mall. So it's a fairly wide and long property, but they're slowly making their way like across it. But they have multiple excavation zones. But you do see, as you're like watching out under this moonlit clear, I should have mentioned this because I mentioned it to Tyler, and I don't think I might have mentioned it at the beginning. There's also 2 moons as a point. 2 suns, 2 moons.
Oh,
Yes.
cute.
Under the moonlit sky, you do see in the distance a bulldozer just starting to sink. You see it starting to sink a little bit into the ground.
Yeah, I'm running over to it, not like in the like weird sink zone. But
Yeah.
can I see anything around it?
From what you see, it's just the bulldozer sinking into the ground. And you hear like a crunching sound.
This is either very clever or very stupid.
What are you
Trying to
doing?
decide if he would like hop in the bulldozer to see like what's going on down there, or is it like compacting? Or is it sinking?
Sinking, as far as you can tell.
Well, I want to see what's down there, so I'm gonna hop on the bulldozer and try to ride it down.
Okay. As you get close to this bulldozer site, like where the bulldozer is, again, it's in this ditch where they are digging out lands for laying foundation and whatnot. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that is a 17.
17. You manage to, you feel like the ground rumble underneath you, and you manage to roll out of the way as 2 jaws just snap up above you, right where you were. And you manage to roll out of the way as this, almost like a turtle head, but massive, pops out from the ground, surveys the area, and then goes back underneath. What are you doing?
Well, I'm not saving that bulldozer, that's for sure. Like, with this now in mind, I want to figure out what this thing is, because
Yeah,
I know
go ahead
dragon
and make
turtle
a-
is way too big.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Arcana check. It's always +0, so it's a 10.
10? You don't
Yeah.
know. It doesn't seem to be anything you've encountered before. It's like, it seems to have, like, when it popped out, like mole-like claws, obviously giant, but it had this kind of hardened turtle head. And that's all you were able to see of it.
So my 2 options are, I tell the developers, sorry, you can't develop here. There's a critter, a very big critter, that will continue to eat your bulldozers. Or I have to hunt it, and
What
I
are you
don't know
doing
how to
in the
do that.
meantime while you are still in this
the
crater? Not
Currently
crater, but-
not. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get away from the giant turtle that's gonna try to eat me.
Okay, you're just running
gonna
out.
hop out
If you're
of the
just running
crater.
out, then you're fine. You can
Yeah,
use
I'm
your
just
step
gonna
of
run
the
out of
wind
the
and all that.
crater,
Okay, cool. So you get out of
Could do
the
that.
area, seeming having the bulldozer's just gone.
Are like over the course of the night, does anything else go missing, or is it just like the one big
Just
thing?
the one. I mean, again,
Okay.
it's a bulldozer. So
Have other like excavators, other equipment been in the same exact spot, or is it just been in general all across the site?
it's been across the site. You actually see. Make a perception check rather.
17.
17. You notice like a couple
14
of
plus 3.
other divots in the ground, and you assume that's where other things were taken and they just haven't been filled up yet.
That's all the information I can get for today, so... Or else I'm gonna get eaten by a turtle. So, I'm gonna report it back to whatever authority is responsible for giving me jobs and see if they want me to do something about it or if they just wanted to know what was going on over there.
Yeah, you report back to the Hunters Society. It takes them about a day to get back to you, so I'm going to switch back over to Tyler. So, Master Tyler.
Master Bruce.
So, you have done some preliminary research
Man, I
into
should have
the
got a
wild hunt.
butler.
That was one of the options I told you.
I know, I fucked up.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do about it now. You could
Master Bruce.
try to make one. I don't know. You're not a wizard. What are you doing?
I'm just chilling. I told you.
Okay. Cool. If you are just
Look,
chilling,
consequences may come. I'm not trying to get arrested over
Okay.
something that may or may not happen to me in this particular location. I'm
the
just
next
playing a
day,
character.
you hear a knock at the door.
Whoever could it be? I open the door.
Sarah. You see Sarah de Verona there.
Yep.
She has another envelope. Wesley, again, thank you for looking into these matters. Was there anything else you were able to glean from the lost item that you were researching into?
Oh, well, it's somewhere. Look, I know it's hard to really dig into this without a license and trying to stay undercover.
Well, why haven't you gotten your license?
It seems like I don't want to.
Whatever your reasons are, I'm sure they are somewhat based in reality.
O'Neill, real fast.
Yeah.
Hunters, when you get your license, is it just like, okay, your license, do whatever you want, or is it like, okay, your license, now you work for us?
I mean, they give you missions and assignments and stuff, but there's like yeah.
Okay. Then I was thinking, like, if it's literally just get licensed and then do whatever you want, I was like, why am I not licensed? But okay, if it's like
the reason
I don't want
you
okay.
chose not to get licensed originally was because you would have to divulge all of your information, and that was something you necessarily didn't feel comfortable doing.
Right.
Well, regardless, I have another item that may or may not be here in Chicago. This one I'm not 100% sure, because I feel like if it were, we would know, but this is one of the only leads we have. She hands you a very thin file, and let me ask you this. What is Wes's greatest desire?
Oh boy, I don't know. I think it's to have a normal life. I think he's accepted that his life is wild. And he's like, I don't know he doesn't know what he would do with a normal life. But he doesn't feel like he's been given the opportunity. He's like, I don't know, maybe I'd be an English teacher. I don't know. Haven't gotten a chance to try it. You know, like that type of thing where it's like, I don't know if I have a thing that I'd really want to do with it, but I want the option.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh no. Oh, yeah.
You open the file, and it is just a single piece of paper. The Sintamani stone. It is another outlandish item, one we did not have a lot of time to research, if we're being quite honest. There was not nearly enough time to... This stone is, like many of the other items, extremely powerful, but it alters reality. I could sit here and try to describe what this thing does. I've only interacted with it once, and it was strange. It brings out whatever the person who interacts with its greatest desire. Sometimes bending reality to conjure whatever it is, sometimes bending time to take you back or forward or however you want. And it knows exactly what your greatest desire is. It does not need to guess or be activated, it just knows. Whether or not this thing is in Chicago really depends on who would have it at any given moment. It's strange that we haven't seen anything from it recently, which is a bit concerning.
Well, I guess I better get started.
She gives you a nod and she says, Wesley, there's been some developments in the way things are operating, and some decisions have been made. That is all I can say for now, but...
What does that mean?
Just be ready to receive more information soon. And she gives you a nod.
About work? About what? Sarah, you can't just give me a job and then say something like that. Like, what? I could just say no to this.
She looks up into the air, kind of looks around and goes... Things aren't progressing as they should. People aren't being protected as they should. And something will be done about it. And with that, she gives you a polite bow and leaves.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. All right. So, Julie, is there anything else you do in the meantime? I know I keep on asking you this, but I don't want to just... If there's something you specifically want, I'm going to keep on pushing the timeline forward, but if there's specific stuff you want to do, let me know.
I mean, can at least, like, my spirit go up? Can I at least, like, on my weekends or something?
Oh, yeah, if you want to heal, you can heal. That's something you could have done over this kind of time jump area. Do you want to take time to heal?
Yeah.
Okay, how long do you spend healing? You can do like, if you do weekends, if you're just doing weekends over like a 3-month period, I'll just say it equals a week if you want to do it, or over a month period, I'll just give you a week. If you want to do it over 3-month period, then I'll give you the month. But
Yeah, let's do the 3 months.
okay, so you specifically block off all your weekends so that you're not doing anything on the weekends. You're just relaxing and having fun. Go ahead and roll. So how much body are you missing? Or spirit, rather.
3.
3 spirit. Okay. So 30 minus 50. Yeah, so 15. And then you said a month?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. Plus,
Roll
roll a charisma save. Charisma saving throw.
Okay. 12.
12. You heal 1. You heal 3 spirit.
Heck yeah.
Yep. So you are up top.
Okay.
There is a memo that goes out to PETA telling you all to get prepared for a particular event that might happen. And when it first goes out, this is because you guys rolled a 5 with Wes's natural 20 history check. The Wild Hunt.
The Wild Hunt?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
You encountered it once, if you remember, over the 3-month time jump we did, where you guys were like taking over and they were hunting doppelgangers.
That does not mean that Julie knows what it was.
Oh, okay.
I vaguely remember it.
Well, I mean, you didn't remember it because you rolled an 8 on history, so technically it doesn't matter. Wild Hunt is essentially a time period where monsters come and get riled up and start attacking people, and they want to have the entire Chicago area and everywhere around the Chicago on 100% lock. They've ordered more N31-5Ns.
Yeah, more robots.
Yeah, to help patrol and help protect. It's assumed that it's going to happen on Halloween, but just to be safe, everyone's going to be ready. Are you going to do anything to help prepare for this?
Yeah, I'm going to be like working overtime to make sure everything's ready.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Is there anything specific you do? Do you contact people? Do you like work with, are you just working with your team? Are you reaching out?
Well, I have a big team now.
Yes, you are the captain of this brigade.
Yeah, I guess I want to call Kumi, actually.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Ring,
they have
banana
the renovations
phone.
on your house have been finished from the damages, so they are moved back into the house. You call the house phone.
Hi, this is Kumi.
Oh, hi Kumi. This is Julie Davenport.
Oh, Julie, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm busy as usual, but happy.
That's good. So, you know the Wild Hunt's coming up. And
I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I have no idea what this stuff means either, and everyone just assumes I do and starts talking to me like I do. Okay.
Is this like a Phaeton thing?
Yeah, it's like when all the monsters get angry or something.
Okay.
I don't know. But it's like...
I'm not really from Phaeton, Julie. I was raised and born on the Astral Sea.
I don't fully understand the difference, but moving on. It's supposed to happen this year on Halloween, on the October 31st. So if you could just keep an eye out, I guess. You know, me and my team we can try to be everywhere, but I can't protect my house 100%. I have to protect everything.
Yeah, are you asking that we protect the area, the house?
Yeah, just
fortifications.
Can you
Do we
make
need to
sure
go get weapons or?
I don't think so, but can you just make sure Cash's family is all right?
Of course. I will never let any harm come to any of Cash's family.
Okay, I've got to get back to work now.
Yeah, of course. I did too. Yeah. Okay. Have a good one.
You too. Hang up.
Yep. Hang up. Cool. Okay. Are you doing anything else? Are you stocking up on provisions? You are allotted certain weapons and spell scrolls and stuff like that if you want to.
This is Halloween 2020, correct?
Correct.
So it's on a Saturday, I think?
Going up.
Because it was the next day was daylight savings,
it was on
whatever.
A Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to Amber then. Amber, do you have off on Halloween?
Let me
It's
see.
a Saturday.
No, actually, I have to be ready for if there is apparently a wild hunt.
Yeah. What area are you going to be in?
I'm covering all of New York, apparently, and I'm also coordinating with all the other major cities. We're not sure whether we should focus our efforts on the more rural areas or the more city areas, more dense populations or less protected populations. So we're kind of spreading ourselves as thin as we can.
Okay. Well, let me know if anything happens, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else you're doing?
That's the end. No.
Okay. Are you coordinating anything? Here's something. Are you telling people about this? Not just you, but is PETA letting this out, do you think? You worked for PETA.
Are they?
It's something to think about, I will say.
Am I under orders to keep this top secret?
Not necessarily. This is less
I
of
assume
a
my whole
mission.
team knows.
Yes, everybody knows. Everybody in PETA knows.
Okay.
This is less of a
Okay,
mission
then
and more of
that's
one of
what
those.
I really care about.
Okay. Yeah. This is less of a mission and more of one of those preparation periods.
Okay.
Chicago obviously had
It's like a storm watch. It's not a warning yet. It's not for sure
It's
gonna happen.
preparing
But it's
for
a watch.
a potential hurricane. Yeah.
You're like, it might veer off at the last second, but you really don't know until it's bearing right down on you.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to switch off with Olivia, please.
Yo.
So, the Hunter Society does get back to you.
They don't?
They do. They
Okay.
want the problem solved. This development company is paying a lot of money to the Hunter Society to get this area cleared. And so if you are on the case, which you apparently are, you need to resolve it.
All right. I am going to a butcher and I'm going to buy a big, side rack of something, whatever, and get my hands on. And then I'm going to go back at night and I'm just going to start dragging it around on a rope.
In the pit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Now I need to think. Because this is wild. Okay. Yes, you do that. You spend 3 hours just walking around in circles, dragging this slab of ribs, and eventually you feel the earth quake underneath you again. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you were prepared for this. This dragon.
Okay, that's a natural 20 and a 7, so the natural 20, obviously.
Natural 20. Yeah, this time you easily dodge out of the way. Are you taking the meat with you or are you leaving it behind?
No, the meat is being left behind.
Okay, so
I'm still
drop
holding
meat
onto the
as you-
rope.
Yes. You drop the meat as, again, these chompers come up and drag this meat carcass down.
I'm going to try to pull the rope that's attached to the meat.
Okay.
I'm going fishing.
Well, you're not going fishing. You're going down. You get dragged down. Are you holding onto the rope?
How big is this thing? You said it was big, but you didn't really...
From the looks of it, just from the head appears to be about 6 feet wide.
Okay. Well, its mouth is occupied with the bait,
Uh-huh.
so I'll go down with it.
Okay. Snap, pull. You're getting dragged down now. Take -1 body for just getting dragged through earth.
Yes.
Okay. You are being dragged down, and as you are being dragged down, you hear and feel the crunching of the meat carcass, and as you get further and further down, the tunnel system actually opens up, and I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 12 plus 8, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You manage to... You have your monk fall stuff, too, so you don't even take fall damage anyway. As you get dragged down maybe 100 feet or so, and eventually the rope snaps, and you are just kind of left falling down this hole, essentially, skidding. It's kind of at a sharp incline, so you're skidding down this hole. You see an offshoot off to your left that you can grab, or you can continue going down this hole. It's your choice.
I'm gonna dip into the offshoot.
Okay. You go into the offshoot and you hear digging sounds down this offshoot.
Okay, I am going to head in that direction.
Okay, how
Go
quickly
towards
would you
the
say?
mysterious digging.
Are you being stealthy or not, I should say?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not moving as quickly then.
No.
Make a stealth check for me.
18 plus...
Okay, you're fine.
4, 22.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're fine. You begin like stealthily walking through, and you hear like that digging starting to get fainter and fainter as you continue stealthing through. But the this offshoot kind of curves around and then meets another tunnel that has like a sharper incline. You follow down the incline and you see down below maybe a 20-foot drop, but you easily just drop yourself down, taking no damage because you're a monk. And you see essentially like this large tunnel area. And you see excavation machines just around. You see an actual excavator with a large bite out of the side of it, but more or less functional. You see that bulldozer that you saw before is down underneath this place. Fine, apparently. You see a lot of these different tools that have gone missing down here underneath.
But no giant turtle.
Not yet. You rolled a fairly high stealth check.
I am going to, like, camp out in one of the bulldozers and wait for something to come by.
Okay,
So
make
I get a
another
good
stealth check
look
for
at
me.
it.
If you can.
Yep.
Also, let me describe this a little bit better while you roll. There's a large tunnel. Like, it goes longer and farther than the actual development area itself.
Okay.
But it stops at this development area. You can see, like, behind you is where it stops. And then it just keeps on going down away from the development area.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
11 total. You sit in the are you going in the bulldozer or the excavator, or what are you doing?
I'm just sitting on top of the cab of probably the bulldozer.
Okay, on top of the cab?
I don't want to get trapped in a box underground. I'm already underground. It's already bad enough.
You
Making
see
you work this session.
No, this is just wild already. You see coming from down it's pitch black in here, so what you can't even see now that I think about it. Do you like pull out your phone flashlight? I'm
the
assuming?
phone flashlight is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how you were able to
I probably have a
examine all
headlamp.
this. Okay, sure. Yeah, you have a headlamp. You see, as you turn off your headlamp and try to hide, you see coming from down the tunnel, away from the excavation site, a blue glow coming.
Heading in my direction?
Heading in your direction. What do you do?
I'm gonna, like, duck down, see, just sort of wait for it to pass by.
Okay. As this blue glow comes in, you see this sort of rotund man with this large stone that he's holding on his back. And he has these, like, super... Like, you at first you don't really tell that it's a man, because it looks more like a oversized, like, rat figure. But as it comes closer, and the blue glow reveals it's a humanoid man of some kind, but it has these huge buck teeth, these giant goggles that they're wearing, balding with only like tufts of fur coming off of it, and just covered in rags. And this person gates over to one of this crane that is underneath here and begins inspecting it and hops inside of it and checks it out, starts it up, that kind of deal. And as you take into this creature's presence, make a dexterity saving throw.
9.
9.
Oh, wait, no. 13.
13.
Forgot to add,
You shift your weight, and as this figure comes in so that you can remain stealthy, but in shifting your weight, you feel the ground just give just a little bit, like a clump of dirt just kind of sink in, and suddenly one of those things just comes up and snaps at you, and you are actually snapped in its mouth. Take -2 body.
Oh, Jesus.
And you're snapped in this thing, and it tries to like bite you again to kind of get a better grip on you, but as it bites you again, you manage to peel out of its grasp. You are in like combat with it right now, but it doesn't have you grappled necessarily. And as this thing bites out, you hear this humanoid man go, hey, no biting, all right? We need to make sure that these are all ready to go for our plan. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the Mole Man.
Hello, this is your DM here. DM obviously stands for developers. Man, please fix this software. It's real funky. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. You might be wondering how I got here if you can't tell. Apologies for the late episode because of technical difficulties of all things. This episode was actually ready to be on time, starting back the weekly schedule, and then Pro Tools decided that it didn't want to exist. So apologies for that. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. If you like what we do, you can rate us 5 stars on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. And if you can leave your name, and we'll use your name in the show. Another way you can get your name in the show is by tweeting at us using the hashtag YMBW. That's the hashtag symbol YMBW. And I'll pick those names and I'll use them in the show. We got some coming up shortly here. I think not this episode, maybe next episode. But yeah, thanks so much for tweeting and sharing. And trust me, I have all of your names written down. If you also like what we do, we have our Patreon, patreon.com/YMBW podcast, where you can get all of our bonus content. The Pattern Saga is actually going to be going up there. I didn't mention that before, but yeah, that's where the Pattern Saga will live probably from now on. Yeah, so if you like that, if you like all of what we do, go ahead, toss us a couple bucks on Patreon. Really helps, really shows us that we have your support. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of this interesting episode.
Get it, girl.
Get it. So, you've had some time to think. How do you want to try to find this Sintamani stone?
I think this stone came into town through the black market, but not in the classic way. I think it came through in like one of those like weird new agey crystal shops, you know, where the owner is like, I'm gonna align your fucking chakras, and like they don't wear shoes in their own store.
Okay.
You can buy beads for your white person dreadlocks.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. All right.
You feel me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down to that vibe?
Yeah. I'm fine with it being an unconventional thing. Okay, yes. You inquire about this stone through your normal sources, and then actually through your more paranormal sources, not necessarily through the black market circle. And you do hear of one person having something similar.
Okay.
And through the connections of like Willa and the other people that are in this kind of not necessarily magical, not licensed people, but people who, you know, understand magic in some aspects. They tip you off that Corilla's crystals may have what you are looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get on up in there.
Okay.
Get all up in that crystal shop.
You walk.
There's a secret password I need to know.
Do you get a new car?
Yes, I have to. I guess.
All right.
Another
you
junker.
don't have to.
I don't know. This one's a fuck. No, I do though. So yeah, I get another car. This time it's a fucking 1997 Toyota Camry.
Okay, fantastic.
The coolest car.
Yeah, grade A. You drive your clunker. Is Jordan with you, or is Jordan staying home? I think
I asked him. Does he want to go?
You're just going to a crystal shop. I think I will pass.
You're lost. You could get your chakras aligned or something.
Sure. You drive over to this crystal shop, and it's about as weird as you thought it would be. You walk up. It's in the middle section. This is the worst part. It's in the middle section of this 6-story building. There's like masseuses and stuff like that. But when you take the elevator up, as the elevator doors open, like there are beads like in front of the elevator door, and you already know what you're in for. You walk past the beads. You see a sign next to the beads from whoever the building manager is, saying that these will be taken down, if not taken down by the owner soon. So you can tell that there's some kind of adversarial relationship here. But you continue to walk over to this storefront area, and you see various incense and crystals and gems and the lot. And this older white woman with dreaded braided hair walks up to you and goes, Peace and love, my friend. How are you doing today? What can I do you for?
Wonderful. I heard you have access to some stones that might be able to help me.
Oh, what are you dealing with? Are you dealing with misaligned chakras? You have aches or pains? What ails you, my friend?
Oh man, I used to work in a factory, and our gas masks weren't well provided enough. There's a big lawsuit, is the whole thing. But now my lungs are all messed up. I was wondering if you had something that.
Yeah.
I've tried everything. I'm.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of at the end of my
Medicine
rope.
is only there to keep the doctors rich, you know? The real thing you need is the healing has to come from within. It can't ever come from without. And that's one thing that, scientists, they won't ever tell you, is that really the only thing that can heal you is you. So I have a crystal for you. Sorry, I had to break it there. That was very good.
Than another black.
She goes,
this is way better than another black market arms deal scene.
She goes, over here we have a selection of quartz. We have blue quartz, which could signify do you have a lot of pneumonia, or is it kind of more you're having difficulty breathing?
Difficulty breathing. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how much I believe them. They're a bunch of quacks, but doctors say I only have 3 months before my lungs collapse in on themselves. So if you have anything that's greater power, I think I have something for you.
Just one moment. It's in the back.
Money is no object, by the way.
Make an insight check.
Oh, not good. 6.
Okay, make a persuasion check as well. Sorry, I should have had you roll that before the insight check, but make a persuasion check as well.
Natural 20. Plus
Natural
9.
20. Okay, very good.
That's 3 in this session.
That is very good. She goes, "Oh, interesting. Well, if you want, we have some of the higher level crystals in the back. I can take you and show you. Please don't mind the mess back there. I have just finished doing my yoga this morning, and I have yet to clean and cleanse my space."
No, it's fine.
Thank you. Okay, follow me. She takes you back to the back through another set of beads, and you hear the sounds of Bob Marley playing in the background. You see a old VHS TV combo, big butt TV, sitting on this kind of wooden framed shelf in the corner. You see different cloths hanging from the ceiling, all reds and blues and purples and pinks, very colorful. You see tie-dye tapestries along the wall. This woman is very eclectic, but also lining the back wall, you just see a shelf, a very standard, big shelf, lines the back wall of this.
Sometimes you just got to have something to hold stuff.
That's fair. It's not as decorated, and
there's lots
of just
you are.
baggies of stuff, like plastic baggies.
Oh my!
Some may have some.
Am I about to get the hookup?
You may or may not. There's the big shelf is what she walked up to.
Did President Phaeton? That's his name in this universe.
No, go ahead.
Did President Phaeton legalize ganj when Phaeton and?
Nope.
Is that farther down their list of priorities?
Kind of.
It's still legal. Ugh. It's just illegal to keep the Phaetonians down.
Yeah, exactly. She walks over to this thing, and on the bottom right section of this giant shelving unit, you see boxes of crystals, and you see also just huge chunks of crystals. And she begins walking around examining ones, and she picks up this 2 foot wide, 3 foot tall, just giant quartz, and she kind of hefts it up and goes,
"It's very large.
This might be able to help you get those chakras aligned. The larger the crystal, the more power and energy you can channel through it." What are you doing as she is rummaging through this? Are you looking for anything specific?
Well, I don't have detect magic, which is a problem. Oh.
Yeah, you don't have detect magic. You did get an image of what the Sintamani stone looks like.
This is not it.
No, not at all. It's it's about a 3-foot diameter sphere of blue pulsing like light.
I look over and I go, this is really nice. This is really nice. But I think I was looking for something of a greater power. And I use prestidigitation to make my eyes flash gold.
Huh. She goes, oh, I see. You're of the power. I feel that. I felt that energy when you first walked into the door. I really did.
I'm sorry, I never caught your name real fast. Could you tell me real quick? Thank you very much. Yes.
I'm Corilla. These are my crystals. I'm Corilla.
Oh, right. Corillas, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, got it. Didn't know if you were just an intern or, you never know.
She looks like she's in her 70s, so probably not. She goes, I
know a place called Tommy's Tamales, and the guy who owns it is named Jeff, so.
Well, fair. She goes, I understand. I really feel like this quartz right here really would help you. Make a perception check for me.
17.
As she is trying to sell you on this crystal, you see one of the sections, there's like a bunch of bags of crystals.
Oh, no, 18.
18. There's a bunch of bags of crystals kind of surrounding, and you see a divot in that bag of crystals that appears to be 3 foot by 3 foot, and it seems like something was there and is no longer there. You see like fresh, like there's a dust ring around it, and then there is.
What do you mean something
there.
was there and is no longer there? Like there's an empty space.
There is an empty space. There is essentially like plastic baggies of these crystals, right? And then you see surrounding this space where something probably was there, and you see the absence of dust, and then dust around where the outline of this thing would be.
Okay, meaning that it's something that the thing I'm looking for, implying the thing that I'm looking for used to be here and was perhaps sold or moved.
Yes.
I say, yeah, maybe this is what I need. Can I just ask you a couple questions first? I'm kind of new to this side.
Of course. I will happily be your guide into your healing process and bring you into your new life.
Does this you get a lot of expensive customers? People like me looking for big crystals? I'm sorry, I don't know what the terminology is.
No, it's fine. These are healing objects. These are all naturally healing objects that will heal your body. Yeah. Don't do that, Tyler. That's no. I hate that. She goes, stop. She goes, and sometimes when people need a bigger healing, they'll come to me and request some of my more powerful objects. Yeah, I get a lot of people who really need the change that, medicine or, therapy can't really fix, Sometimes the healing just needs to come from another source. So that's what I sell,
I thought you said the healing could always had to come from within.
Well, sometimes, you need a pressure from without to help within, like a fire, a fire has power, but when you add a little bit of gasoline, that fire grows even brighter,
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I want to help your fire shine, man. I can feel it in you. You have an energy. You have a will about you.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, is there like a group that meets or anything like that? Is there? I'm sorry, don't worry, I'm not skeptical. I get I know there's more out there.
No, I understand. I had a guy come in the other day. He was dealing with, cancer, and he was having trouble with, all that. And I gave him this nice gem. It was spherical to round out his chakras. He was kind of hunched over and maligned, and he had been working as an excavator for quite some time, and his chakras really needed to align. So I gave him this nice round smooth stone, and while he's still paying it off, it really helped him recover, and he made a full recovery. Yeah, and it was quick too.
That stone blue, 3 foot by 3 foot.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, not 3 foot by 3 foot. What is it? How big is
3
it?
3 foot diameter.
3 foot. Yeah. Okay.
Make a persuasion check for me.
A little smaller. 21.
21. She kind of gives you a look. Goes, yeah, it was. Are you familiar with these kinds of gems? I can tell that you've had some experience for sure.
You know what? That guy, that story rings a bell. An old friend of mine. Do you have his? Gosh, what is his name? Man. Yeah. For sure. His name, what was his name? His name was, his name was Max. He had been working for a long time in the construction business, and he really put his life's work into it, but it didn't necessarily give it back to him, you know? Yeah, Max. You probably know Max, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. He used to go to meetings that I went to.
Are you in construction?
Look, let me
too?
think about. Yeah.
Make a deception check, you bastard.
Yeah, I mean, before all this stuff. 14? Something like that.
Oh, right. Yeah, right on, for sure. Well, yeah, if you want to get back in contact with him, I might have his phone number or something like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be super. That'd be excellent.
For sure, and I'll get you this. We'll make sure to wrap this crystal up for you nice too, so that way you can begin your healing process and maybe reconnect. Maybe this crystal will help you reconnect with this guy too, for sure.
Let me ask you something. Do you spend a lot of money with the doctors? Do you accept trades?
You know, possibly if you have another like healing elemental kind of deal, maybe. Yeah. What are you thinking?
Yeah. I reach into my like back pocket and use my transmutation ability.
Conjuration.
And I pull out like a conjuration, yeah. Conjuration ability, and I pull out a glowing crystal. Because all the things I create with the magic glow.
Let me just look up this conjuration feat real quick. She goes, "Oh wow, that's really interesting."
Yeah. If
you not could, necessarily as big, but I could definitely take off some price for you. You did say money was no object, so I think we can definitely make this work, though, for sure.
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go bag that up and mark a price down for me, and if you could just maybe put Max's phone number, I'd love to get in contact.
Yeah,
with him.
for sure. I'll
been,
definitely
reaching out to people since the incident.
For sure, yeah. Definitely get in contact with your friends. The world's getting crazy, but what we can really rely on is each other. Yeah.
Most definitely.
She goes like, "Do you have a credit card? Do you want to pay in cash?"
What are we talking? How much are we talking here?
Well, normally the crystal, this one in particular, it has a very high healing property. So normally I would sell it for around 5,000, but I can knock off, 1,000 for, your trade-in for sure.
Okay, let me ask you something. Do you think
you want to play this game, Tyler? We'll fucking play this game.
Do you think I could call Max first? Do you think if I called him, I could potentially ask him what he thinks about the crystal and how it's working for him?
Max is one of my customers, and customer confidentiality. I know he's a pal of yours, but
you're about to give me his number if I pay anyway. So I just
I really feel more comfortable if you make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I make my eyes glow gold again, and I say, I think you should really give me his number first.
Are you trying to intimidate her?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
23.
23, she goes, She kind of takes a step back and she goes, hey, no need to get all riled up, okay? All right?
Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. Just
let me just
his number and I'll give him a call, and I might come back for the crystal.
Yeah, for sure. You see her walk into like this kind of back storage room. You hear a couple of things, and you hear the door lock.
The door to the storage room lock?
To this other room lock.
All right, fuck. Well, do I know if there's a window in that room?
You couldn't be sure.
Right. All right, well, I hate to do this. I don't like intimidating people at D&D, but sometimes the time comes and when you just gotta polymorph into an ant and then walk up right next to her and reappear as my human self.
Okay. You do so. And she goes, oh God. Make a perception check as you enter this room.
Not great. 10.
Oh, roll 2d10 for me first.
Oh, good. Good. 75. Okay, interesting. Wow, okay. This is not good. This is very bad for everyone involved. You pop into your ant form and then pop out, and then suddenly you're just glowing bright, right? And she kind of shrieks out. She goes, "Oh my goodness! Oh, my eyes!" She is blinded. Yep. I've gotten this one before, all the way back in Botanist in Boston.
Yeah. So you rolled your roll for perception?
10.
You see that the phone on there's like an older hand phone with like a number pad that is open, and you hear something on the other line, and you also see on the desk.
Hold it up to my ear.
It crackles. You can't. Yeah, you can't use it. And then you see on the desk there's just a whole bunch of papers and business stuff in this office.
I'm gonna rummage through it, try and find that phone number, and then yeet.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
While she's... Yep, makes sense. 24.
24, okay.
Oh, wait, no, 23. No, it's
still good. It beats the DC of 20, so you're good. You rummage through the desk, you find a couple things. One, you find a manila folder that's a little thick and very tightly bound, which may be interesting to you. You also rummage through you open a couple drawers and you find a Rolodex.
I find a Rolodex?
Not a Rolodex, a Rolex. Which one's the one that has numbers on it?
A Rolex is a watch.
Okay, Rolodex.
Rolodex is like the
number
files, like cards of things.
You find a Rolodex.
Yes.
You actually do see a Rolex as well. Just in one of the
I'm
drawers.
gonna leave it. I'm not gonna steal. I'm not here to steal from this lady. I just want the phone number.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a quick bzz, run my thumb down looking for Max's number.
You
for a guy named Max.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Not good. 12.
God. You take -1 body as this woman just wildly thrashes out at you with with the big crystal that she has and hits you in your back, kind of hurting you. Yeah, you won't have time. She is angrily screeching out now.
I feel like I have advantage on that saving throw. I feel like I have advantage on that saving
you can
throw.
roll. You can roll with advantage.
This time it's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to dodge out of the way. She just kind of chucks this big crystal at you blindly. You probably won't have time.
Whoa, fucking chill. I just want the phone number. Relax, lady. God damn.
Get the fuck out of my business.
Okay, take the phone number and fucking go.
Okay. Do you leave or take the manila envelope?
Maybe quit scamming people. What do you say?
The manila envelope. Do you leave or take it?
I take it.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
She threw a rock at me, whatever. I did blind her and scare the shit out of her.
Yes, you did. All right. You begin walking outside of this business. Where do you go?
Stealing the envelope. Home.
Okay. As you walk down.
Well, actually, alley bird home. I fly home.
Before you get out of the building, actually, as you are walking out of this business, you see 3 PETA officers get out of the elevator, pull the beads open, and begin running towards you. What do you do?
So, like, I step out, I, like, unlock the door, open the office door, I look over, and they're stepping out of the elevator.
Yes.
Damn, that's a fast response. Hey, O'Neill, that's a fast response time.
It's almost as if a
O'Neill?
giant marshmallow man came and almost destroyed Chicago.
Look, I'm just saying that police don't have that good of a response time. Am I in a
Now,
wealthy
she was in the
neighborhood?
back room for a while before you heard the door. So there was a bit of a delay.
Got it.
But also giant marshmallow man
How many officers?
3 of them.
3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. Okay. Quicken spell.
Cool.
Nah, I can't do that. Never mind. Hey, O'Neill.
Yeah.
Can I? As they're stepping through the beads, can I animate objects, the beads, to like wrap them up?
I'll say they're past the beads, but if you want to animate the beads, you can.
Are they still within range? Like I could try and snag them with the beads, like wrap them up with the beads.
Sure, yeah.
I do that.
Okay. Roll 1d6 for me.
5.
5. Okay. You animate the beads, and they begin like wrapping around these PETA officers. One goes for the weapon. You see another one kind of turn to the beads, and you see another one like trying to just fight out of the beads. Roll a d10 for me.
Now that they're... Oh, right. Yeah. 9.
You're fine. And what are you doing next?
As they're like, shit, what's going on? I take that opportunity to... I'm gonna fucking jump through the window.
Okay. Are you just jumping through yourself?
Yeah, just like shoulder. Actually, maybe I'll just run over, open it, and leap out. I'm not gonna try and fucking break it.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
17.
17. You dodge out of the way as one of the PETA officers fires a bullet at you. You jump out of the window, and you're falling.
Polymorph, bird,
Okay.
fly away.
Roll another d10 for me.
3.
3. Okay, you're fine. Bird, you see, roll a d... Okay. Because you polymorph... Tyler, okay. Here's the thing. Polymorph takes some time to cast.
It takes 6 seconds, one action.
Yes, it does. Falling, you fall 100 and
Quicken
some...
spell, I cast it as a bonus action. I can cast it faster.
Just make a charisma check to see how potent your magics are at this very intense moment.
15.
15. Okay, I'll say that's enough if you use Quicken Spell. You polymorph yourself into a bird. Now, you can't hold concentration on animate objects and polymorph.
Yes, I know. I dropped animate objects.
So I need you to roll another
It was
d6
like
for me.
pigeon, and then I flew straight up.
Yes. I need you to roll another d6 for me.
Another 5.
Another 5. Okay. You see one of the PETA officers open up the window and kind of stare at you, and you feel this wave of magical energy come over you, but you manage to... The magic doesn't necessarily take hold of you, and you manage to fly up and away. Now, what are you doing?
I'm gonna fly away nearby. God. Okay, so 2 things I would like to make clear. First of all, I was still glowing. I would argue if it's bright enough that if you're within 5 feet, you're blinded, they could not get a good look at me as a person.
It's only until the end of your... It's only for a minute.
So I stopped glowing when I walked out into the...
You would have stopped glowing, yeah.
I would have stopped glowing.
It would have
before.
taken you
Okay,
a second
that's
to
fine.
search through all the items and all that stuff, so...
Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, okay. And then my second thing is... I bought that car used with cash, so my name is not registered to that car, to the car that I bought.
I mean, you would have
my
had
shitty
to
car.
register it for the license plate, Tyler.
Well, I'm a criminal. It's fake. You can get a fake license plate.
We'll resolve that later. What are you doing immediately?
I fly to a rooftop and I teleportation circle home.
Okay, roll one more d10 for me.
2.
2. Roll 2d10 for me.
34.
Okay. Well, that's a shame. Nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing really happens.
You teleport home. And as you walk outside of the teleportation circle, you walk into your living room space. And you see...
Yeah, I lock all the doors.
Yeah. You see Jordan. And he's gagged and bound and tied to a chair.
Cool.
Yo,
Hello.
So, I will keep on asking this. Is there anything else you're doing with your time? You guys are beginning to prepare. How are you coordinating your team specifically for this wild hunt?
I guess I'm positioning them throughout the city.
Okay. You're taking up strategic positions and whatnot?
Yeah.
Go ahead and just roll me an intelligence check plus your proficiency modifier for being like the battle master-esque, like being that kind of...
23.
Yeah. As you guys begin planning for this possible problem, you position your crews, you find strategic places to position your crews in case something does happen. And it doesn't seem like anything, you're still not, like, there's no feeling of anything happening right now, but it's definitely an important place to kind of get ready for a possible something happening. Who all did you talk to last arc? I'm trying to remember.
Like last session?
Yeah, like from like old SWAT. Who did you talk to?
I only talked to Sarah.
Sarah, that's right. You get a call while you're at work.
Hello? Julie
Julie?
Davenport speaking.
Julie, it's Jack.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Jack. How have you been?
I'm doing well. I wanted to talk to you and see if you could give me any more details. I'm working with the United Nations. Give me any more details about the marshmallow incident.
I am afraid I don't really know much about how it happened. Have you talked to Amber? She
gave me some details, but she said
was
you
there.
were there at the moment of the...
I
bursting
was,
of-
but I don't really know how it happened. I mean, Cash was there, I think.
Yeah, I talked to Cash. He wasn't necessarily the best help. But if you have any details come back to you, it's really strange. I'm asking around. I'm in communications with PETA, but bureaucracy and whatnot. I figured I'd get it straight from someone who was at the source. How have you been?
I've been all right. Busy with work.
Nothing weird been happening besides the usual.
I don't think anything weird has been happening, no.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. It's
why
good.
do you
It's good
ask?
to hear. No, it's just an outlander coming to Chicago. Weird things happening throughout there's been some weird disturbances
It's not
and
the first
disappearances
time.
in the Midwest. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. The outlander in Boston was an anomaly too. It's just it's weird that it keeps on happening here, but that's happening all over the world too. So I can't say much. We're sending in an investigative team to infiltrate North Korea, of all places. Can you even imagine?
Oh, wow.
This wild hunt thing is, if you could do some... Julie, I know you're not a big fan of wild fae and all, but they're really not anything more than their nature. If you could maybe do some PR work to keep people from freaking out, that'd be really nice.
Am I allowed to do any PR, O'Neill?
I mean, you're not allowed to.
I don't think I'm allowed. I don't know how I could do what you're asking, Jack. The group I am in charge of, we're going to do everything in our power to keep people safe from the wild fae.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the non-wild fae that this might come down. But don't worry about it, Julie. Thanks for your information. Hey, keep in contact, all right? Stuff's getting weird.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Hangs up. Okay, cool. Go ahead and bring in Olivia for me. Mole man.
What's up?
All right. What do you do in this moment?
How close am I to the mole man?
You're about 60-ish feet.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Esquivel device and turn into a tiger.
Okay. All
Because I can
right.
see. I have
Okay.
dark vision.
Tigers have dark
tiger.
vision? Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. You quickly transform into a tiger. You're still engaged with this weird snapping turtle mole thing.
Okay. Yeah, I am still gonna... That's an action. Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to turn into a tiger. And then... Because I'm trying to think... Strength or dex-wise, I might have a better chance as a human now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to disengage with this thing first.
Okay. It snaps out at you and bites you. Your tiger has 2 body. You lose 1, but you manage to skirt around it, and this hunched over, decrepit figure goes, "What do you think you're doing exactly? I will destroy you. Come, my pets, come!" And you see 2 more of those snapping turtle creatures. They're about 10 to 15 feet long and about 8 feet wide. They're fairly large, and they have like wide snapping turtle mouths and these like claws for digging.
Big boys. Okay. So I am surrounded on many sides by these.
Yeah.
I am going to run at this thing. Yes. I'm going to run at the mole man.
Okay.
I know I'm going to take opportunity attacks, but I'm going to run at the mole man and hit him with a claw attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Using my pounce for my action. 18.
18. Yeah, you manage to slash the mole man in the face, and he kind of shrieks out this shrill scream. But as that does, 2 more of these, I'm just going to name them just so that we stop calling them snapping turtle figures. 2 of these bullets both bite onto you, and you fall out of your tiger form, and you take -1 body from Cash.
Okay. All right. Sir. Yeah, I'm bitten by these bullets.
Bullets.
I am still gonna try to yell at the mole man. So, what exactly are you doing here? Ow.
Make a persuasion check. This isn't necessarily persuading him to be kind to you, but more so just like keep the banter up while you just slash him in the face.
Okay, that's a 9 plus 5, 14.
14. He's just screaming. He's like, "Consume him! Consume him!"
Okay. Well, not exactly what I had planned.
And you see the orb. You see the orb on his back actually
orb?
glowing. Yes.
Oh,
the glowing
okay.
gem beginning to glow brighter.
Yes, okay.
And you hear the sounds of more digging coming from underneath you.
Hey, whoa, wait! I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here.
You slash him in the face. If you maybe hadn't heard him first, you could talk, but it seems like talking's over.
Yeah, well, I was a tiger then. I'm sorry. Okay. I am gonna use a key point and try to immobilize him.
Using what feature exactly? Oh, you want to stunning strike him.
Yes, that's what it is. I don't have it on here, but I should have stunning strike on here.
All right, roll an attack.
Yeah, I want to stun him. 17 plus something.
Okay. And roll a d6 for me.
5.
5? Yeah, you punch him in the gut as these bullets are still like biting onto you, but you punch him in the stomach and he kind of seizes over, kind of hunched over and like can't really, he's not really moving, kind of wheezing. What are you doing?
So here's how it's gonna go, mole man. I'm gonna tell you to leave, and you're gonna leave, okay? And you're gonna take your turtles with you.
As you punch him, are you doing anything else?
I am going to use another key point to enter the... Yeah, I'm gonna enter the stance of the tiger.
Okay. That'll be that. So, you take -3 body.
Now I am...
bullets begin tearing at you. You're outnumbered now 5-1. 6-1, technically, if you count the mole man. I don't think you're necessarily in the position to be giving these kinds of demands. Did you hit one body?
Yes.
Okay. So you can either choose a permanent infliction, get a growth point, or a not permanent infliction. A penalty or an infliction.
Yeah, he probably has some broken bones. Yeah, I'm gonna take the infliction, the broken bone.
What bone is broken? Or what bones?
Probably a rib.
Rib? Okay. You gain a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
And you have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws. And your body is reset to 5. All right, what are you doing?
Cool. This isn't going great, so I am going to disengage and use my bonus action to do Step of the Wind. And
perfect. As you switch your tiger stance, he screams out more, and you see more bullets popping up out of the ground. And as you see the situation turning, you flip on your heels and begin jumping from turtle head to turtle head of these bullets, dodging out of their way as they kind of try to snap at you, and you begin dashing. How are you getting out of the cave?
I'm gonna climb up the way that I came in.
Okay. You begin swimming your way up this dirt path, kind of using your monk wall walking speed. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Disadvantage. Still great. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You dodge out of the way as you see one of the walls of this tunnel that you're climbing out of kind of cave in, and the bullet just jumps right in front of you and snaps into the wall and begins digging in, but you manage to stop yourself before it comes, and then you roll essentially up and continue climbing out of the cave, out of this tunnel rather, and you pop up in the excavation area. What are you doing?
This is gonna sound insane. So I'm gonna get into like an excavator with like the sort of claw arm. And if these things start popping out, I'm going to see if I can hit them with the excavator claw.
Okay. Make a navigation check to try to use this claw with disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Yep. Navigation. Okay. Less okay. 10.
10? You managed to start it, but you have no idea how the controls work.
We're just going to fake it till we make it, and try swinging this thing around.
You see one of them pop up. Go ahead and just roll 2d20s for me.
All right, that is a 10 and a natural 20.
So those were like attacks, but you don't get to add anything to them because you failed the navigation check. So a 10, you swing the kind of claw at one of the bullets, but it goes down somewhat slowly as the bullet digs back underneath, and you feel the crane beginning to rock and tilt to one side.
Let's get it out of here. Put it into drive.
Make another navigation check with disadvantage. 14. Unfortunately, you try to kick it into gear, but it's too far down in the ground now, and it's listing. And if you don't get out of this soon, you're going to fall.
I'm abandoning ship. Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
You jump out. Where are you going?
Back to my car. Fuck this shit. I need to call for backup because I can't do this by myself.
Okay.
So if they want this place to continue to be a place, I need other hunters with me to help me get rid of these bullets.
Who are you calling?
And the mole man. Probably just like the hunters society. Like, I'll probably wait until like the morning and be like, hey, so this isn't going well. I need like other people to help me with this.
Got you. Okay.
Because I am one man, and there are many mole turtles.
We shall get to that in a moment. All right.
What do you have in store for me, you fucking bastard?
You see Jordan. He is very stiff in this chair. He is bound and gagged and tied to this chair. But as you walk out of the teleportation room, you walk into the living room and you see Jordan. Make a perception check for me.
So bad. 8.
8. Yeah, you just see Jordan.
I look him in the eyes. Where's his eyes going?
To the left, to the seating area.
I glance over. I don't say anything. I'm very quiet.
Make a stealth check.
18.
You creep around the corner to like look into the seating room, and you see a hand and a saucer and a teacup.
God damn it.
And the teacup lifts to elderly lips, and you peer around the side, and as you do, you hear a voice go, Wesley. And you come around the corner and make a wisdom saving throw.
10.
10. Take -1 mind as a rush of memories hits your mind. And you see this elven woman sitting in this lavish sitting chair. You see Lady Elania Vestia, former head of Michael's orphanage, and your grandmother sitting in this chair.
Is this just like a latent thing where like it was something that I didn't click with me that existed until now? Like the memories are still coming back to me?
Yeah, because your vial shattered, it wasn't restored to you.
Right. So, okay. So it's like sporadic. Makes sense. You want to tell me why you tied Jordan up?
I do not know who
For
this
dramatic effect?
I do not know who this boy is who rudely attacked me as I teleported into this manor.
Michael's adopted son and my stepbrother, kind of, sort of.
Well, that would make sense. But he does need to learn some manners. She snaps her fingers and the ropes and gags all fall out of Jordan and he relaxes.
Once again, this is our house that you came into.
Technically speaking, I built this house myself.
Technically speaking is the... well, no. Nah. Don't think so. What are you doing here?
I came to talk, Wesley. Don't be rude. Show your grandmother some respect.
Okay. Actually, though, is she my biological grandmother?
No. I don't know if you probably don't remember this, but it was slightly revealed in Michael's backstory and also your story. Michael and Emily were adopted. They were orphans.
Got it. Understood. Got it. Understood. I was just like, am I part elf? Am I like an 8th elf? Do I get to apply
No.
for like...
No.
To put that on forms? Like what? Okay. Long time no see.
Sit. We must discuss manners being dealt with. Jordan, go make dinner or something. And you see Jordan kind of look awkwardly at you two and just kind of slowly slink off.
Okay, what do I remember of this person now that it's coming back to me?
Lady Elania
she-
Vestia is a very stern woman. Kind of
I can tell.
takes no shit, very proper woman. She was the former head of the orphanage before Michael took it over. You also vaguely know she was a part of SWAT in the Investigations Bureau.
Okay, got it.
She goes...
I go and I sit across from her.
She takes a moment. You see her do a flourish with her hands, and a saucer floats up in the air with a tea on it. She says, "Cream or sugar?"
I'm good. I don't drink this stuff. It's Jordan.
She
Jordan's
does another flourish, and the tea and saucer sits down back on the table. She goes, "I am simply here to inform you that I will be coming to take back over the orphanage. It seems as though Michael has, well, abandoned his post, so to speak."
That's what you want to call it?
I was in the Outlands for 6 years. Merely 6 years, and somehow the society manages to collapse not only itself, but Phaeton entirely. It is unacceptable.
Wait, what? You were in the wait, hang on. I'm lost.
I was on an expedition.
I don't remember everything. The vial was shattered, not restored.
She looks at you kind of quizzically, does a little hand motion.
Know about the memory stuff. Oh my god.
She does a little hand motion, and you see her eyes light ablaze and go, "Oh, interesting. Well," she waves her hands and goes, "No matter. That is not what I'm here to discuss. I will be taking over the orphanage, and I will be reducing some of your funds to take over the overhead costs of running the orphanage until I can apply for grants or whatever you do now these days."
What up? Hang on. I have... This is a lot. You were in the Outland. I know you said it's not important. Kind of a little important. You're taking...
was a part of the Bureau, and as a part of the Bureau, I walked the horizons to discover the borders between Phaeton and the Outlands.
we had just returned from our voyage to see that Phaeton no longer existed, and rather was all Gaia, or Terra, or whatever you all are calling it these days. Earth.
Is there a name? Are we calling it something?
You've heard people call it a whole bunch of things.
Cool. So that just means you show up and take my money and leave. Did I know that the orphanage still existed? I thought that wasn't a thing anymore because Michael was working for SWAT.
It did. Michael still ran the orphanage even though he was working for SWAT. It was in his will that he left.
That man was hustling.
Yeah. It was also in his will that he left like the orphanage to continue to run. Obviously not under your control.
Did he leave any? Yeah, obviously it wouldn't be under my control. That would be a terrible decision. But hang on. I'm still lost. So it exists still.
Yes.
Who's been running it?
You don't know. I mean, you haven't looked into it.
In character. Hang on. Who's been running it? I thought that was all taken care of when Michael died. What?
It has been, but not to the standards in which Fae folk need to be tended to. There's been a bit of a mix-up in...
Is it?
Somewhere in your city outside of this portal here. I am going to look into it. Apparently it has been somewhat mismanaged, and there has been a person of interest as of late brought to the attention of the orphanage, so I must take care of it myself.
Person of interest? What is that? God, it's just pronouns and vagaries. So you showed up to make me to create more questions for me and take all my money. Cool.
Maybe if you were a better investigator, as I have come to find out, you might be able to find some of these answers yourself. Now, I do not have time to squabble or to complain. I am just here to make the announcement and also to let you know this.
She leans in close and goes,
there is a darkness in that boy. And if you are to be his guardian, you need to keep it in check.
I point at Jordan. General vicinity of the kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's the whole thing. He took Michael's death real hard. I'm not trying to,
Regardless, where is Emily?
Boy, you have been gone a long time, huh? That means she's been gone longer than 6 years.
She's been on the horizon first. And, well, are you going to ask her?
Yes, I'm like, okay, you've been gone longer than 6 years, because I'm...
6 years by my
Okay, we
time.
decided I'm canonically 26, even if my body is 27.
You're 20... Yes, you're 26 now with the year. Yes.
Okay, so then it's... In which case, it's been 13 years since shit went down.
Do you say that?
Got it. Just...
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say... I'm like, it's been 13 years since the incident, which... You weren't there. Were you gone already? I can't remember. God, my head hurts.
I figured. Regardless, there must have been some sort of time dilation when crossing the Outlander Gaia threshold. I had to slightly traverse through multiple planes to get back to this world, so I'm assuming I lost a few years in the process. Regardless,
Look,
I am not fully up to date yet.
A
Where
lot
is Emily?
has happened. We don't know. Look, I had after. Was she around for the incident? Do I know that? For the whole thing.
From what you remember, no, because your memories were ripe at the incident.
Right. Okay, so she would have been around. Got it. Yes. Okay. Got it.
I will say this because some of your memories were restored. I do remember this because some of your memories were restored. You lost contact with your grandma.
No, she would have been around for the incident because I went to the orphanage after the incident. So it's like...
Michael ran the orphanage at that point.
I met her after it.
Your grandmother lost contact with you a year before the incident. Not lost contact, but went off somewhere. Which is why you asked if grandma was okay.
I have so much to catch her up on.
Yes.
Okay, I catch her up. Can I just say I catch her up on everything? That's a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Like,
She
not
pinches-
the details. I'm not telling her about Cash dying in botanist in Boston. I'm not going that deep. I'm just like, hey, like general outline.
She pinches the
tried
bridge.
to get me to tried to escape to the Outlands.
She pinches the bridge between her nose and goes, looks like the society never really improved then. I've only been vaguely caught up by various divinations I can do, but I will be informed. Is Llama still kicking the old fool?
Yeah, he works for the UN now. I have his Stone of Far Speech connection if you want it.
Sure, I will take that. She pulls out her stone, does a hand signal. There's a lightning connecting. And she goes, well, if there are more updates that I need to communicate with you, I will do so through the stone. I will be probably very busy in the coming months.
I have so many questions, but is there anyone else I should know about that hasn't popped into my memory that you can tell? O'Neill, are you going to spring any more new characters on me?
I mean, you canonically asked about your grandmother.
Oh, I did, yeah.
That's where this came from.
Okay. Oh, God. My head hurts. Yeah, you should go.
All right, I will be off now and quit slouching. It's bad for your posture and bad for your frame. And she walks out of the door. Jordan comes in now with a bowl of Easy Mac and goes, what was...
You should try vegetables.
They don't taste as good. What was that all about?
That was, my grandmother.
I somewhat figured that out. Look, I'm not gonna... Is anyone else gonna be popping in?
We're gonna have to subsist on Easy Mac a little bit more.
He twirls the Easy Mac in his fork in the air, goes, I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
Hey, Jordan, okay. Do I know if he's, like, still warlocking around?
You've seen him use some of his darker powers before on some of your missions, yeah?
Yeah. I feel like I would have looked into whatever he was contacting to.
You would have had to do that in game, unfortunately. You've been fairly busy.
Damn. Well, it's been a year. I guess so. Okay. Yeah.
You have the envelope and you have the Rolodex, but not the Rolex.
Jordan, we need to talk, but I gotta do some stuff first.
Sure. Is it related to the new item or whatever?
Yeah, I just gotta get some work done. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Let me know if you need any help.
Yep.
Goes back to the kitchen.
I flip through the Rolodex and open the envelope.
Okay. Which one do you do first?
I wanted to... Oh, man, I don't have Detect Magic. God damn it, I need Detect Magic. I open the envelope from a distance with Mage Hand.
Okay. You undo it. The envelope opens. It has papers inside.
Okay, just making sure it's not trapped. And I go up and read the papers.
Okay. In this envelope, you see a number of items, smuggled items, one of which you actually do recognize, surprisingly, is the soul gem. Seems like this place was somewhat of a front.
They love their crystals and gems.
Yep. You see other darker, more, black markety items as well, organs. And yeah, this place seems to be somewhat connected to one of the families. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Families, one of the crime sectors.
Ooh, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. You begin kind of thumbing through this thing. This place has some connection to the scales.
Yep, makes sense. Okay.
That's pretty much all you get.
That's all I've got. I sit around.
I mean, you have the Rolodex.
I know. I'm going to flip through the Rolodex real fast.
Okay. You flip through
Do I find
and
anyone
you find
named?
Amax 1. Not many. It's like 30 cards maybe, but...
Yeah. I call that number.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi. This is my name is Jack. I work at Carilla's Crystals. I'm sort of her assistant.
What? Who is this? What is going? Are you calling about Max?
Yeah, is he there?
No, he hasn't been home for weeks. Do you, crystals? Is he like drugs?
No. He home for weeks. I'm sorry. We were just calling about a payment that he's missed on a product of ours.
He, as far as I know, he's skipped town or I don't know. I don't know.
All right. I am terribly sorry to hear that.
Do you
I
whatever.
apologize for the intrusion.
have when did you last see him?
Fairly recently.
How recently?
Last couple weeks. I wasn't there. I was just told to make the phone call. I'm sorry. I know a couple weeks ago he purchased something from our store. How long has he been gone?
Like 3 weeks. He got a pretty bad diagnosis at the doctor and took it hard and started looking at all these alternative medicines, and he hasn't been back since he started going out and looking for these.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna cut the crap. I think I can find him for you. I just need to know a few things. I was lying. I'm a private investigator. Listen.
What is he in trouble? Did he do something?
Maybe. He may have made a wrong purchase. I need you to tell me something. What was Max's deepest desire? I know it's kind of a personal question.
He loved construction. He loved digging. He loved. He was a.
You love digging?
He loved developing. He loved. I mean, yes, he would. He was a construction man. Been one since he was 18. Loved excavating. Loved developing land. Loved. I mean, hated the city. Loved. I don't know. What do you mean deepest desire?
What did he want? What did he want out of life?
He just. I mean, he wanted to. That's a weird question. I mean, I could tell you what he doesn't like.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's a weird problem.
He doesn't like.
What doesn't he like?
He doesn't like the city. He doesn't like the management of his company. His company screwed him. He kind of got self-obsessed with the whole excavating thing, and he's the best worker they have, but they wouldn't give him any comp for the fucking cancer. I don't know. He's just a good guy. I don't know. What does he desire? To be cancer free? I don't know. To continue doing his job?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up anything difficult. I'll see what I can do.
All right.
He may have gotten wrapped up in something he wasn't prepared for.
Okay. All right. If you find him, tell him Maggie loves him and he can come home if he's in any trouble, you know?
You got it. Click.